Just picture right now someone whom you'd admire. Maybe they easily get good grades, they're focused on themselves, they have a nice physique, they're charismatic and they easily make friends. They also have interesting hobbies and are good at sports. The term student makes you think of someone who solely just studies, but nobody wants to be that kind of student. We all want to be that student. The student that's not only good at academics but is also good at everything else. Sports, making friends, and also just attractive as hell. You picture this person whom you'd admire, so why not become that person? Let's start your transformation. Number 1, looks. And yes, some people are gifted with the best genetics, whereas some are not. And we can't control that. But what you can do is reach your genetic potential. Stay on top of your diet. What you eat is what you are. Cut down on processed foods and sugar while trying to eat more protein and filling foods. Sugar is proven to reduce your mental capacity and just make you feel worse overall. And by not eating calorie-dense sugary foods, it will make it so that you can maintain a nice physique whilst also boosting cognitive focus. Make sure to get 8 hours of sleep a night consistently, because someone who always seems tired and just not in the moment is so unattractive. Think about it, someone who looks engaged in the moment and present and almost has this aura around them makes you unconsciously attracted towards them. So don't neglect sleep. An actionable step is that if you always find yourself your work being pushed and that's delaying the time that you can sleep, try and do work or homework on the day that it's set so that you'll never have the deadline chasing you. And just taking care of yourself, having a skincare routine, staying hygienic and smelling nice is key. Looks are arguably the biggest sense when it comes to attractiveness, but don't neglect your posture, your smile and the way you walk. Body language is so important. Carry yourself with an open posture, not all closed up. If you don't act like you're attractive, you won't be. The greatest thing you can do for yourself is making physical activity part of your routine and something that's fun. And the second thing is grades. And that student, of course, is always getting the best grades. YouTubers say different things about studying, but I firmly believe in standardizing before optimizing. Make studying a part of your routine and do it little but often. Marginal gains are what are going to give you the best results in the long run, without it making it so that you're burnt out. Because it's all good if you do all these study techniques, but if it's not suited for you, you'll only end up doing it for 1 or 2 days before going back to your old habits. Try and do things effectively and focus deeply by utilizing deep work, but you are your environment. So to make this easier, distance yourself from distractions. Not having your phone at your table, not watching YouTube while studying. Multitasking is a myth. By making it so that distractions are not present, we'll make it so that you'll be more efficient when you're doing the thing and just get that task done. Out of sight, out of mind. Try and bargain with yourself that you'll watch that new video after you finish studying. That's how that student makes time for everything else. They get studying done efficiently and quickly to have time for other things. Another tip to this is to find out what type of learner you are and do targeted specific revision by watching this video. Just don't mindlessly read your textbook because that's the so-called way to revise. I talk about in this video how you can study subjects you don't like, but have a plan and find the specification for your exam board and go down and highlight your weaknesses and revise those instead, because we have to study smarter, not harder. And the third thing is hobbies. The thing that separates a normal student from that student is that they're good at everything on top of their studies. Do a sport and physical hobby of some sort. Not only does it give you a good physique and it helps you maintain that physical attractiveness, it also gives you good health and the benefits of being active. It's just so attractive and it's a flex when you can say that you're good at something. And so this is where you need to remember not to do loads of things at once, but instead focus on a couple of things and get really good at them. Being out in the world and doing things so that you have hobbies makes you interesting and you're not just wasting your life on social media like a lot of these people are. Being able to be good at studying and hobbies makes it so that you're an all-rounded person and you learn the skill of discipline and managing your time. Also, having a fun hobby that you enjoy makes it so that you can enrich your experience as a student, and it can act like a break from the studies that we always have to do. It acts like the water when the fire gets too strong. So whether it's an instrument, a sport, or an art, stay consistent at it and get good at it. People are drawn to people with an exciting life. You'll thank me later. And the fourth thing is personality. Being likable to people is essential, and ever more in this day and age. This just comes from exposure and demand. You have to meet lots of people and talk to them. Social skills and being able to talk in an interesting and convincing way is key. In how to win friends and influence people, one of the principles that's really easy to do but has a big effect is to just take interest in people. By asking people what they're interested in and trying to find common ground and starting a conversation from there will make it so that person automatically finds a liking to you. Think about it, you're drawn to people people who have similar interests to you. This can be boosted by doing hobbies and meeting a wide array of people from all different types of backgrounds. Think about it, if you start learning piano, you're suddenly unlocking the group of people who play piano whom you can interact with and try and make friends with. If you just close yourself off and don't expose yourself to other hobbies, you're limiting yourself only to be able to talk to a certain group of people. And demand, make people have a reason to want to be around you. Whether you're really smart so people want to study with you, or you're really good at a sport so people want you on their team. Maybe you're a good listener, or maybe you tell funny jokes. Give people a reason to want to be around you. This can be done by maximizing hobbies, looks and grades. I recommend that if you're confused at this step, to just learn how to listen to people without interrupting them, because a great way to attract people is to just listen to them, because people always have problems. Also, by being good at things but staying humble makes you irresistible, pointing to why you should be good at hobbies. And if you're introverted, that doesn't mean you always have to go outside and just talk to random people, because that's something that's really daunting. Actually, just by being quiet and focusing on yourself and giving yourself interest and mystery can make it so that people similar to you will come and find you and want to be friends with you. Being knowledgeable in all areas and having experienced a wide array of things in your life makes you valuable and will make it so that people want to be close to you. Be multi-skilled in all aspects. And 5 is to cut out unnecessary things. Whether it's a person, a habit, there's always something that's holding you back from reaching your potential. Maybe it's the 3 hours of video games you play in a week that are stopping you from getting those grades. Or maybe it's your addiction to junk food that's making it so that you can't get that nice clear skin to make yourself attractive. Or maybe it's this one friend you always waste time arguing with that's stopping you from studying and revising. Or a hobby which you don't enjoy that your mum forced you to do. Being able to say no and cut out unnecessary things in your life lets you focus your energy and direct it in one way to excel in that path. Like in this graph, if you focus on everything, you can only get so far in all of them. Tape up the unnecessary pathways that your energy is being wasted on to make it so that you can excel in things you want to. Sometimes I'll just be on YouTube watching a video and then I go into third person mode and then I just realize this is something that I don't care about at all. Why am I wasting my time on it? If you try and please others and do what they want, you'll never achieve your goals. You're living to their goals. If you have bad habits that you know are bad for you, it's time to let them go. And by doing these new hobbies and habits that are going to benefit you, it will make it so that you're filling up the time left by these bad habits with good ones. Learn how to love yourself and value yourself. A lot of the time, the reason that you're stuck with meaningless people, meaningless hobbies and bad habits is that you don't value your time well enough. So by starting hobbies, getting good at sports, revising and becoming that student, it will make it so that your time actually has value and you'll start to let go of these pointless habits that you're doing. And all of this is to make the most of your life. So now by using this 5-step protocol, you can transform your life. It's yours, so mold it as you want. People say that life isn't a video game, but you can make it like that. Level up all your stats, and this was the Asian secret to becoming that student.